Super Bowl, NFC Championship game. If you treat it the same, it's just ball, man. It's 60 minutes, potentially plus, of flying around with your brothers and having a great time and playing the greatest game in the world. The standard is always the standard. The media doesn't determine the standard. The opponents don't determine our standard. The standard is the standard, and we compete every day.
It's week 7 of this NFL season and time for another edition of Cowboys Huddle here inside the Globe Life Studios at the Star in Frisco. Bill Jones along with Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer. It's the Cowboys and the Washington Commanders back home this week. Coach, a 3:25 kickoff at AT&T Stadium. Big game, division rival. What's been sort of the attitude in the building this week?
No, it's been great. You know, we let one slip away last week. Disappointed about that, but as you learn in this business, Bill, you know, you move on to the next championship opportunity, and it's a good football team that is coming in here, a team we know well, they know us well, and that always makes it a little bit exciting. So look forward to competing against those guys on Sunday and finding a way to get a win.
And, of course, things bunched up in the division right now. Let's talk about some of the personalities involved. Of course, the head coach of Washington, a guy you're very familiar with, going way back. You're on the same staff together with the Jets and, of course, coming back here in 2022 and working closely with Dan Quinn.
Yeah, I mean, just one of my favorite people in football, just a really good friend. You talk about an elite leader, elite communicator, connector. I've learned so much from him, and just, you know, he models the right way to do it. And he creates relationships, creates an environment where guys feel like they can be themselves, and just a dear, dear friend. And we'll have a quick embrace before the game. We'll compete our butts off, and then a congratulatory handshake hopefully will be coming from him to me.
There you go. All right, and Joe Witt Jr., defensive coordinator, calling the plays on defense. You had a chance to work alongside him as well. What do you expect out of this Washington defense?
Well, I think Joe's an incredible teacher. I love the way he teaches and demands. It's a little bit what we believe in here. He's tough. He's about the details. They've got a good scheme. They're very aggressive. They're going to get in your face, and they've done a great job of creating a pass rush. I think they're 3rd in the league right now in sacks, and they're going to try to disrupt your timing on the outside with man-to-man coverage. But a really good football coach and a guy that stresses you out when you're trying to game plan.
And, of course, one of the first things Dan did when he got the job in Washington, reached out to Bobby Wagner, a guy you're familiar with in Seattle, future Hall of Famer, 10-time Pro Bowler in his career. He's got over 1,900 tackles in his career, 3rd on the all-time list.
Yeah, amazing. Just and he hasn't slowed down a bit. I mean, that's a guy I'm actually not looking forward to seeing.
Right.
No, Bobby's amazing. And I remember him when he was a young man, and he's still moving and playing like a young man. His instincts are off the charts, and I mean, he's just so disruptive. And a key for us running the football this week is going to be trying to get a hat on number 54.
Okay, offensively, you got CeeDee Lamb back on the practice field this week, Kevontae Turpin. I want to ask you about George Pickens, and now 6 touchdowns in the last 5 games. He just brings the juice and energy, and you could see it out of the head coach on the 4th and 4 play last week, right in front of you, when he even gets held on a play and makes a clutch catch.
Yeah.
He brings the energy out of the head coach, too.
He does. And again, I have a lot of energy anyways. He might be one of the few people that can match my energy. Yeah, he is playing with a lot of confidence right now. I mean, just his playmaking ability is special. We do have to work on 2 things, him not trying to leap over the entire team. He likes to jump, and that's kind of where I was like, no, George, don't do that. And then his ball security is a little bit loose. So we're working on those 2 things. But you talk about a guy who loves football. He loves game day. You're talking about George Pickens.
And he is fun to watch. All right, we're just getting started on this edition of Cowboys Huddle. Up next, it's Will McClay in the film room.
For sure, man. Like, I honestly don't mind seeing him run 60 yards, 30 yards, taking a slant to the crib. Any given play, man, he's a heck of a player. He can catch the ball. His radius is crazy, and the things that he does after the play is, you just gotta watch him, man. He's a character. He's amazing.
Cowboys Huddle with Brian Schottenheimer, powered by Reliant, is brought to you by Blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with Blockchain.com. Ford, your North Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. Bank of America, what would you like the power to do? And by Miller Lite, the only beer of the Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by WinStar World Casino and Resort. Proud to be the casino of the Dallas Cowboys. Please game responsibly.
One, we've got trust in them. We're going to do our job as part of being a pro. Doing your job and trusting, the man next to you is going to do his. So we've got all confidence in that, and that allows us just to stay within ourselves and play our game plan. When we come off the field, if we don't score or we get to the red zone and we get a field goal over touchdown, that whole group is pissed and unsatisfied, and it's not about the whole score of the game necessarily. And well, our defenses, we need to help them out and we need to score. No, it's because we expect to, and it's because we have the ability to. And so we're just going to keep holding ourselves to that standard and doing the best we can.
Welcome back to Cowboys Huddle here inside the Globe Live studios. Bill Jones now joined by Will McClay. We got the telestrator out, and we're breaking down what's going on with these Washington Commanders on offense. And Will, how about we start with that young running back, the rookie Bill Krosky-Merritt, number 22 right here.
Yeah, you know what they've done? They found a young player that fits their system. All right, he's 206 pounds, but what he is he's got a low center of gravity, he's got very good vision, and he's got super quick burst to get away from traffic. So you look at him here, their offense, they got a heavy personnel. He sets up the block here to be able to cut back, and then you talk about his balance and strength. Somebody grabs him by his head, he stays on his feet, and then you see his burst to get away from that traffic. He's averaging over 5.5 yards a carry for them.
All right, 7th round draft pick. All right, Deebo Samuel, former 49er, now with Washington. They use him in a variety of ways.
Yep, okay, again, adding to the run game. He's 214 pounds. He's bigger than the running back we just talked about. But you're going to look at the unique ways. They'll use motion. They will get the defense. And what they end up doing is finding great ways to get leverage and angles. This is the old school pin and pull sweep. You got Deebo at 214 pounds. You got people trying to tackle him. He's a load, so we got to get around him.
All right, so he will run the ball out of the backfield, and of course he does it in more traditional ways as a receiver too.
Yeah, that's how they use personnel. This is 0-1 personnel. It means you don't have a back, but it's really like 11 where there's one back, one tight end because Deebo's in the backfield. Again, there's the motion, the defense shifts. He finds out what he has. All right, there's Deebo in space, and they get out and they get blockers in front of him, and then it takes 5 people to bring him down.
All right, how about the quarterback? Of course, Jaden Daniels, what a season he had last year as a rookie. Missed a couple of games this year, but he's back healthy again now.
Again, the use of the offense right here, okay? They run a lot of the zone read stuff. So now this is their play action zone read, all right? And then he's able to get outside the pocket and then make this throw on the run on the sideline, just talking about his accuracy on the move.
On the move can throw the deep ball very well.
Here we go, having a look at it here. It's a play they got to have. Also getting smart at reading coverages. It looks like too high right here, and you'll see here on the illustration, he goes back. He sees the crosser come, the safety take him, the corner's outside. So now he knows where to place the ball. Not only is it a deep throw, but it's an accurate throw, 55 yards in the air. Great throw.
Oh, by the way, Jaden Daniels can run with the football too, can't he?
Yes. Defense has to account for the 11th guy. Here they have him. They're going to get him in zone coverage. They're going to rush 4. You hear it all the time. The defenders have their back to it. So we're going to look at it here. There's a little zone read, got the defenders. Now, you leave him in escape package. Nobody sees him. And then you see his 4.4 speed and his ability to hit 19, 20 miles an hour and be a threat in the running game.
All right, just an idea of what to expect from the Commanders on Sunday, thanks to Will McClay. And Cowboys Huddle continues in a moment. Mic'd up, Osa Odighizuwa.
We got to be able to rush him, but at the same time, be able to rush smart and just work together. He's an elusive guy, and he has a lot of speed, so just got to be able to work together. And then on top of that, just get hits on them. That's the biggest thing is being able to play good coverage against receivers, and when we get our opportunities, make sure we get good hits.
This segment was brought to you by WinStar World Casino and Resort. Proud to be the casino of the Dallas Cowboys. Please game responsibly.
Cowboys Huddle continues now here inside the Globe Life studios at the Star in Frisco. Getting you ready for Cowboys Commanders. We go behind the Star now with passing game specialist Ken Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey, pass game specialist. Well, I started off coaching high school football in Florida when I got out of after playing. And then after that, I was fortunate enough to get a scouting job in Carolina and started off in scouting for 2 years. And then when Rob Chaszynski got a head coaching opportunity and they promoted Mike Shula to the offensive coordinating job, then I got bumped over to quarterbacks coach for Carolina and was there for 5 years coaching. So I got on a good run there and then just progressed from there. I knew I always loved the game. I knew I always loved athletics. I played sports my whole life, and then obviously when I got into football, it was something that really I loved and enjoyed every part of it. So I love the game planning aspect of coaching. I love being around these guys and trying to help them take steps in their career and accomplish everything that they want to accomplish. And I've loved every second of it. So I think this is something that I don't know if I'd say, hey, from day one I always knew I wanted to be a coach, but I'm sure glad I am. Yeah, I would definitely say, in college, playing for Butch Davis and being able to learn from a lot from him, and then working with him in college for a year. He was great for me, and I learned a lot from him. Rod Chaszynski was my offensive coordinator, who was also an NFL offensive coordinator and head coach, and learned a lot from him. There, Mike Shula, he was kind of the guy I really kind of first worked with as a quarterback coach. And he was the coordinator in Carolina, so learned a lot from him. And then Brian Daboll in Buffalo. So I've had I've been very fortunate to be able to learn from a lot of positive experiences. And then along the way, you pick up, you learn a lot from things that maybe weren't great. And so, you definitely learn from both ends of the spectrum. And I try to make sure to apply all that stuff and help these guys each and every day.
That's Cowboys passing game specialist Ken Dorsey, and now we go from offense to defense. Mic'd up in the game last week at Carolina, Osa Odighizuwa.
Need you, bro. Come on. Your dog needs you. Needs you to set the tone. Needs you to cut it loose. Yes, sir. Dominate, bro. Need you. I need you to dominate, bro. Come on. Love you, man. Let's go. Yes, sir. Lord. Love you, bro. Let's go. Let's get it. Loved one, watching, supporting me here, far away in the stands. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, coach. There go my mom right there. Niggas cannot block you. Can't block you, bro. Niggas can't. Come on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm withable, Don. I'm withable. Damn. Come on. Dominate on me. Dominate 3. 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
Throws the ball off, tipped and intercepted on a deflection by Donovan Wilson. His second of the year went off McMillan's hands. Wilson down the right sideline across the 20.
Yeah, Dono! What the f*** I'm talking about, boy?
He's going to give it a Dowell. Long in the gun. Back, whistles.
No, sir.
That false start. So handoff Dowell around the left side. Cuts back into the middle of the right.
Ain't go how we wanted it to right now, but that, bro. We still got an opportunity to get this done, bro. Let this loose, bro. Offense gonna do what they do, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. And we gotta earn the right to rush, bro. Hey, 9. Hey, good luck on the season, bro. Stay healthy. Yep, appreciate you. Yep. Good, bro. Hey, good luck on the season, bro. Stay healthy. Good to see you.
So what is Osa and this Dallas defense up against on Sunday against the Commanders? The coach rejoins us when Cowboys Huddle continues in a moment.
This segment is brought to you by Blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with Blockchain.com.
Welcome back to Cowboys Huddle as the coach rejoins us. Let's talk about this Washington offense as we get you set for the 3:25 kickoff on Sunday. Starting with the quarterback, Jaden Daniels, pretty special player, special season last year, and he is a challenge to defend, isn't he?
Yes, he is. You talk about a guy that just came on the scene last year, and I mean, just his ability to hurt you running, throwing. And then just his gamesmanship and leadership is special for a young player. And in my conversation with DQ, just kind of over the spring and summer and things like that, he talked about the type of young man he is. So I'm not surprised by that, but he's also got a ton of weapons. And they're kind of a run-first team. But, again, Jaden's playing with a lot of confidence right now, and certainly someone will have to try to do a great job of creating pressure and affecting him, but also containing him in the pocket.
And, of course, those weapons include Deebo Samuel. We'll see if Terry McLaurin's back this week, Zach Ertz. And Cliff Kingsbury also has a rookie running back in Bill Krosky-Merritt, who is really doing some good things in his rookie season.
Yeah, they're leading the league right now in rushing, I believe, and he's a big part of that. They've got really good run game because the quarterback's involved, and you have to respect the quarterbacks. They do a lot of run read options and things like that stress your eyes, and we got to play with great eyes this week. But for a rookie that's 7th round draft pick, he's obviously shot on the scene, and he's got our attention.
What's been the point of emphasis for the defense this week?
The biggest thing is just kind of getting back to the things that we do well. We got to affect Jaden. That's going to be a big part of it, but we have to shore up our run fits. Last week we were a little bit loose with our run fits, and we paid for it. And so the emphasis has really been those two things. How do we affect Jaden? Okay, get a pass rush on him, put people in his face both off the edge but up the middle as well. That affects all quarterbacks, but our run fits, because of all the misdirection that Washington will do, we got to play with great eyes.
All right, I want to ask you about your 2nd round draft pick, another rookie, Donovan Ezaraku. How much are you seeing him just grow week to week here in his first season?
Yeah, he's doing that. Every week we kind of grade the guys, and we do it based on, you have a winning performance, a solid start, or a losing performance. And I think he's 3 or 4 weeks in a row with winning performances. The confidence that he has, he hasn't gotten the sacks. But when you watch the film, he's very, very disruptive, and he's so close, and he's playing really well. But I really do think you're going to start to see some of those close gets to the QBs become hits on the quarterback, if not sacks.
And the forced fumble last week as well. It could have been a big moment in that game.
Incredible punch, yeah. If you watch it, just incredible punch. We actually showed it to the team the other day, and it was one with great intent.
All right, we wrap up this edition of Cowboys Huddle with Schotty Schott in just a moment.
I'm getting back there. I'm getting quarterback hits and pressures or whatever the case may be. Maybe I'm not living right. Like I gotta, but it's gonna click, and when it clicks, I believe it's gonna be a wave. That's just, with my work and my preparation, I think that's just how it's gonna be. I just gotta get that one. I think it'll all just be a domino effect, honestly.
This segment was brought to you by Blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with Blockchain.com.
We got a lot of playmakers on this team, so if something not going as well as it's supposed to, we can lean on the pass, and the pass not doing right, we can lean on the run. So, a lot of weapons all over the field. We just gotta bring it all together.
Final couple of minutes here of Cowboys Huddle inside the Globe Live studio. Bill Jones with the coach, Brian Schottenheimer, and it's my personal favorite segment here. It's Schotty's Shot. It's a shout out to a player on the team as picked by the coach, and it's number 67, the center, Brock Hoffman, this week.
Well, you talk about this. Here's a guy, that gives the entire team a shot in the arm.
There you go.
The way the guy plays the game, Bill, is just amazing. He's in total command. He drives everything we're doing from a communication standpoint. But it's the toughness, it's the grit, it's all those things about him, the way he covers down, the way he gets in the head and annoys the opponents with his physicality, and there's a never quit spirit about Brock that I just love. And he truly is one of the biggest leaders on our offensive football team, and clearly the leader of the offensive line.
Coming out of high school, Statesville, North Carolina, goes to Coastal Carolina, and as a true freshman is a starter at Coastal Carolina, then transfers to Virginia Tech. He's got about 4 or 5 years of starting experience in college before he got here, but that alpha dog mentality that he has, and it's sort of a servant leadership type mentality too, knowing that he's a backup, but he's ready to step in at a moment's notice.
Yeah, 100%. He's wired the right way. He cares about his brothers. There's nothing he wouldn't do for this football team. And again, he truly does set the tone for us as a physical offense. It starts and ends with Brock Hoffman.
All right, Brock Hoffman, Schotty Schott for this week. Coach, good luck against those Commanders on Sunday. We appreciate all of you joining us here for Cowboys Huddle, and we will see you again next week.
Cowboys Huddle with Brian Schottenheimer, powered by Reliant, was brought to you by Blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with Blockchain.com. Ford, your North Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. Bank of America, what would you like the power to do? And by Miller Lite, the only beer of the Cowboys.